over the years, I've been requested to start doing some videos, so I decided why not? We're going to try to figure this out. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe. My name's Jed, and this is my second gen all-wheel drive Eclipse. I've been in the DSM world for over 10 years now. Built a couple cars. This car specifically has been with me over 10 years. This was my first one. Nowadays, I build some motors for guys. I do ECM link tuning, remote and in person. And I figured there's not a whole lot of guys on YouTube doing bigger power DSM stuff, a couple out there. So I figured you might as well do it here. So you'll see, what goes on with my car, as well as some other buddies' cars here locally that I tune that are pretty wild as well. And you'll get to see all the fun. I just got this car out today, and of course, because it's a DSM, put it away fine and it comes out broken. Had a pretty good leak at the fuel pressure regulator on the return line, so I got new O-ring stuffed in there and got it sealed up. Got it up here to town. It's obviously got some kind of a boost leak because that's what they do. It's idling a little high. Not the end of the world because the car's on speed density. It got up to town here for me. But we'll go through kind of what's all done to it, and we'll go from there. So, just a little background on this car. I got this car in the late 2000s. Ignore that it's real dirty right now. It just came out of storage. It was a completely stock car. Not even heat shield bolts that were gone. Yeah, big sticker. That's my company. So, had it for a lot of years. Did about all the same pathways most do. Went from a stock turbo to a 14B, up to a bastard 20G, up to a bolt-on HX35 setup, and now we're on the current iteration. I've been tuning this car myself for 10 years, and that's kind of how I got into meeting some people, and they recommended I should start doing some channel stuff. So the car's a 97, but it's got a 98 split thrust 7-bolt in it that I built. It is, ARP made Evo 8 crank. It's a half-filled block. It's got pewter X-beam rods, Wiseco HD 10-to-1s for pistons. The head is O-ringed, L19 studs with a OEM composite gasket holding everything down. It's a very ported out race head. Some GSCS2s, some Kigley high pressures. That's about all for the motor side of things. It is exclusively an E85 only car. As far as for the turbo, it's got a Morrison Fabrications T3 open scroll on it, and it's got a 62-64 hole set and a .82 housing on it. You can obviously see the JMF manifold. It's got 2150s, 525 pump, which I'm pushing the limits of it right now. Coil on plug, and an ARC2 box. I run the car on the street at about 30 pounds, 31 pounds, where going off the pound per minute and a few things. It hasn't been on a dyno yet on the new iteration, but somewhere in the mid 500s on the street. If I was to turn the wick up, I would probably destroy another stock transmission because I've destroyed a few. But with it turned up somewhere in the low to mid 40 pounds of boost, the car would very likely put down mid 700. Currently waiting to get a dog box done. Got the car all cleaned up now. Got all that nasty dust and stuff off it. Wheels on. Everything ready to go. Still got to change some fluids, do some small stuff like that, but all boost leaks taken care of, fuel leaks done, and now it's gonna go to my garage at my house to sit till I get time to work on it again. But I just figured I'd show an update. Wheels and all actually clean cleaned up for a change. Yeah, it's got a carbon hood on it. It's an old school Cybon hood I got, oh, I don't know, 10 years ago probably. Not the cleanest car ever, but it's pretty straight and nice as far as DSMs go. The dust on the bumper. Oh well. Black cars. Gotta love them. It's a good time. So, anyway, all right, that'll do. Little Easter egg too in the up and coming future. I'm currently working on building 2 motors, one for a customer and one for a friend of mine. That I also tune the cars, so you'll get to see that. The one's probably going to be fairly wild for a front wheel drive car. He's got some lofty goals, so I'm putting the motor together pretty similar to how mine's put together. It's going to be a 64, 66 car. Yeah, on a front wheel drive. Even with boost per gear, it's going to be rough, but should be a ton of fun to see what we can do with it. Anyway, this video is, not too bad yet. I'll leave it at this. Just figured I'd quick do a video to let you know who I am and what I'm about, and expect things to come from this car. And there's other cars too that I haven't talked about yet that will be coming on the channel. Building behind me, there's 3 more DSMs parked over in there of different builds and quality, and you'll get to see that too. So if you checked out this video, thank you. Give a like and subscribe. And if you want to see more stuff coming in the future, give us a follow. Thank you much.